Hello, everyone. This is Jana Kellam here. I'm the creator and founder of the Everlasting Love Club, and I'm bringing you Hump Day relation tip number 23, which is how to accept an apology. And you will notice that today is not actually Hump Day. It is Thursday and not Wednesday, and that's because yesterday was Yom Kippur, which is one of the Jewish high holidays, often considered the most holy of the high holidays. And so it got me thinking about the idea of atoning, and and I also just had a lovely session with one of my clients who was talking about the idea of accepting apologies. Because very often people, have a hard time apologizing for when they've done someone wrong, and accepting apologies can be just as challenging. So this seems to be something that's very up in our society right now. There's a lot of discussion about apologies or lack thereof. And I did a Hump Day relation tip about apologizing that I will put the link for in the comments on this video so that you can check that out too. But I think it's equally, maybe not equally as important, but it's very important to be able to accept someone's apology. If someone is willing to go to the vulnerable place of apologizing to you, they value your relationship enough that they're saying that they're sorry, it's really important to be able to accept it. And most of the time, I don't have stats on this, but I would say the vast majority of the time, our tendency is to kind of brush them off, to just sort of be like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, or oh, no biggie, or you didn't need to apologize for that, or that sort of thing. But that's not going to really feel good to you, because it's not honoring that you may have been hurt by the thing that the person is apologizing for. And it's also not going to allow the other person to feel like their apology was heard, like you value their thoughts and their feelings, and that you value your relationship enough to accept that apology. So I think that there are a few different ways that you can approach this. The easiest way, I think, to accept an apology without brushing it off, especially if you aren't quite ready to move into like the forgiveness phase, is to just say thank you. Thanks. I really appreciate your apology. Or, even something like I hear you. If you're not quite even ready to say thank you for the apology, but just I hear you, I understand. And then you can move on to I accept your apology, especially if it's for something that wasn't that big of a deal. If your tendency would be to say, it's okay, don't worry about it, or like, wow, why are you even apologizing for this? I didn't even think of that as a problem. Then you can just say, oh, okay, I accept your apology. I hear you. Thanks. And then you can move on. And if it's something more serious that the person is apologizing for, then, staying in a place, first of all, where you hear them and really listen to what they're saying, and then allow for there to be space after they finish talking where you can hear them and integrate that, and then say thank you, or say something that acknowledges that you've heard them, and that you're considering that, and that that you appreciate their being willing to go there, because that is a place that not quite enough of us are willing to go. It's hard to apologize, and so I think that this is a really important thing to be able to, with openness and with love, hear and accept an apology. So that is your Hump Day, that's not on Hump Day, relation tip. And I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will share it with people, especially if you have recently given someone an apology, or apologized to someone and had it brushed off, or if you have received an apology and you have brushed it off, or if you find that tends to be your tendency. I hope that you will take this tip into consideration, because it really does build stronger relationships when you can both give and receive apologies. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again next week with Hump Day Relation Tip number 24. All right, bye.